Hi guys, this is Daniela from Talking Spanish, and today I want to explain to you the difference between cuál and qué, because these are basic questions that are easily confused when you're learning Spanish. So let's start with qué. Qué is the direct translation of what? Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a little bit. So qué is the direct translation of what, but it can also mean which. And this is going to depend on the sentence that you are using in Spanish. So qué has four main uses. We use it to ask for a definition of our meanings. For example, ¿qué es color? Which means what is color? If I ask you ¿qué es color in Spanish, you have to give me an explanation or the definition of this word, color, right? The second one, we use it to ask for time. ¿Qué hora es? And that one is not, that one is probably the one that you're not going to confuse with cuál because it's very specific for this. The third one is to ask about facts or explanations. ¿Qué pasó ayer? What happened yesterday? ¿Qué vas a hacer el fin de semana? What are you going to do on the weekend? And I'm going to write here for you facts and explanations. And you have to keep something in mind. When we're talking about facts and explanations, we're not asking for historical facts or grammatical explanations. This can be anything, okay? This can be explaining a grammatical topic, but also asking about regular stuff, such as ¿qué tiene Laura? What's going on with Laura, for example. And the fourth use, and this is probably the one that is going to give you a little bit more of trouble with cuál, is making a choice. And I'm going to write choice right here, and I'm going to explain you right now what's the difference. So over here, I have a pizza, a taco, and a piece of chicken. So let's imagine that we're having dinner together, or we're about to, and I ask you, well, ¿qué prefieres? Pizza, tacos, or pollo? What do you prefer? Chicken, pizza, or tacos? Okay? So when we're making choices with qué, we're making choices at the higher level. In this case, we're asking the other person to choose between these items that even though they belong to food, they are sort of different. Taco, pizza, and chickens they are tasty, don't get me wrong, like the three of them are tasty, but they are different. You cannot compare them side by side, okay? So it's a choice at a higher level. So cuál, on the other side, we use cuál in Spanish to ask for personal information. And this might be a little bit confusing for you guys because in English, you will use qué to make these questions. And I think this is a perfect moment to remind you that English and Spanish translations are not always going to be the same, sadly. Things will be easier if they were, but they're not. So in Spanish, we will say, ¿cuál es tu número de teléfono? What's your phone number? ¿Cuál es tu correo electrónico? What's your email address? And if you want to be a little bit more formal, you can also say, ¿cuál es tu nombre? What's your name? Or, ¿cuál es tu edad? What's your age? And the second use is also to make a choice. And this is the use that is easily confused with qué. But I want you to pay attention to my artwork over here. When I was explaining qué, we saw pizza, tacos, and chicken. And if you pay attention to my masterpiece over here, you're going to see that I'm putting different options about the same type of object or the same type of category. So I have 3 different t-shirts. a pink one, a blue one, and a purple one. And I also have different type of tacos. And don't worry, tacos in Mexico are not blue. It's just to make a point. So when I'm using cuál, I'm asking you to choose between options that belong to the same category. In this case, we can compare side by side because t-shirts, they are t-shirts, of course they're going to have like small variations, and that's why you're going to choose which one is your favorite. But in essence, they are the same. They're all t-shirts, so you can choose between them, okay? So in this case, I can ask, ¿cuál es, between these three options, cuál es tu camisa favorita? Which is your favorite t-shirt? I can do the same thing with tacos. ¿Cuáles tacos te gustan más? So if that night, instead of having pizza tacos or chicken, we just had tacos, different types of tacos, once we're all full and we finish everything, I can ask you, ¿cuáles tacos, between the black one, the red one, and the blue one, ¿cuáles tacos te gustaron más? I'm asking you to make a very specific choice within a very specific set of items. And remember, they are at the same level, okay? And I put another examples here that you can use to ask questions with cuál. ¿Cuál prefieres? And again, in this case, I will be giving you like options, right? For example, ¿cuál color prefieres? Pink or orange? And the same applies when you're asking for someone's favorite color, because this is a very common mistake when you're asking this question in Spanish. We say, ¿cuál es tu color favorito? Which is your favorite color? Because again, colors are in the same level, so you're making a choice between options that are in the same group. So when you're using cuál, you're asking someone to make a choice from a group of options that belong to the same category. So it's a choice from a group of similar things. And I wrote this down here for you. So just keep this in mind, and remember, when we're using cuál, we're using it to ask someone to choose between options that are at the same level. Just as t-shirts are the same, just like different variations, right? So I want you to notice like a couple of things that are going to make a difference for you. Cuál usually works with words like favorito, favorita, preferido, preferida. Also, cuál works with plural nouns, just like tacos, okay? And finally, I want you to see the difference, because many students think that the difference between cuál and qué is not such a big deal. It is. So check this first example. If I use ser with cuál, cuál es, I'm asking you automatically to make a choice or for your personal information. However, if I use es with qué, I'm asking you for a definition or a meaning. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Which is your favorite color? Versus, ¿qué es color? What is color? In that case, you have to explain to me what color is. So before we finish this video, I want to leave you with 3 different things that you can use just in case you want to go deeper in this topic. The first one is a video in Spanish with this same lesson. That way you can practice your listening and your comprehension. The second one is an article about this topic that includes more examples and phrase structures that you can follow to form your own questions with qué and cuál. And the third one, if you feel up to it, you already have a knowledge, you can take a quiz so you can test your knowledge of qué and cuál. If you like this video, it will help me if you can subscribe to my channel. That's it for today, guys. Thank you.